all of these tools come with your Vape-Jet. You'll have a box, usually looks like this, with a few things in it. Number one is a 2mm hex driver. Next is the 2.5mm hex driver. This is a tool you'll use to remove the syringe and valve for the deep clean procedure, which you have to do periodically. Next thing, 9/16 wrench. This one you use every single day. This is the wrench that's used to connect and disconnect your reservoir, so you'll need to use it at least twice a day. Next wrench is the 10mm wrench. This is another wrench that you'll use for doing the clean in place procedure, and that's to remove the oil lines from the valve. Next wrench is the 8mm wrench. This one you only need once or twice a year. And this is used to make sure that the wheel tension on the motion stages in the machine are nice and tight. There's a few other tools that are handy to have for using your Vape-Jet. Number one, an IR thermometer or a alcohol thermometer, useful for measuring the temperature of your oil, the temperature of the machine, making sure that they're the same. Next thing ought to be fairly standard kit, heat gun. You want to keep this next to the Vape-Jet, usually to help with making sure there's no cold spots when you're loading a new reservoir. Next bit is an add-on piece of tool kit that you can buy, and that's the drop tank. That'll connect to one of our reservoirs so that you can preheat it outside of the Vape-Jet. That's useful for making sure that you've got oil ready to go for when your first batch of the day is done. So things that we don't have available that you'll find useful would be Kimwipes, which is just a technical piece of tissue paper basically that is low in lint. You use that for cleaning the alignment camera lens or cleaning out the inside of your reservoir, making sure that there's no lint or anything left over from like a regular paper towel or a terry cloth towel or something. Next thing you want to have is some 99% isopropyl alcohol. This is useful for either cleaning out the drip jar. Always want to keep that handy, and also recommend that we use 99% isopropyl for the clean in place procedure. So when it comes time to calibrate your dispense before you start to fill, another tool that's nice to have is a scale, and that's just to measure how much is being dispensed. Another tool that you'll need occasionally is an adjustable wrench, or a crescent wrench, or a monkey wrench. Just a large wrench, usually I believe it needs to get to be at least 1¼ inches, is the size you'll need to swap out your nitrogen tank. That's the for the regulator. I believe it's a 1¼ inch hex nut that you'll need to remove the regulator from an empty nitrogen bottle and put it onto a fresh nitrogen bottle.